Let's be honest. Most people do not have emotional problems. They have emotional underdevelopment. They are adults by age, but children by reaction. They get triggered, defensive, avoidant, angry, silent, needy, and they call it personality. Today, we are talking about emotional development psychology, what it really means, why most people never grow emotionally, and how emotional maturity quietly becomes your greatest advantage in life. This is not therapy talk. This is power, clarity, and self mastery. What emotional development really is. Emotional development is not about being nice, it's not about being positive, and it's definitely not about suppressing emotions. Emotional development is the ability to recognize what you feel, regulate it without exploding or collapsing, respond instead of reacting, hold complexity without losing yourself. A developed mind can feel anger without becoming violent, sadness without becoming weak, confidence without becoming arrogant. Most people never learn this. Why? Because nobody teaches emotional skills. We are taught math, money, survival, but not inner navigation. The four stages of emotional development. Let's break this down simply. Stage 1, Emotional dependence. This is childhood psychology carried into adulthood. At this stage, other people control your mood. Validation feels like oxygen. Rejection feels like death. You blame others for how you feel. Most relationship chaos lives here. Love feels intense. Arguments feel catastrophic. Silence feels threatening. Not because love is painful, but because the nervous system is untrained. Stage 2, Emotional defense. This is where people say, I do not need anyone. But that's not strength, that's armor. Here you see emotional walls, avoidance, ego based independence, fear disguised as confidence. People at this stage pride themselves on being unbothered, but they are actually disconnected. They do not feel deeply because they are afraid of losing control. Stage 3: Emotional regulation. This is where maturity begins. At this stage, you feel emotions without drowning in them. You pause before reacting. You do not chase validation. You don't fear discomfort. You realize something powerful. Emotions are signals, not commands. You stop fighting your inner world and start understanding it. This is where emotional intelligence is born. Stage 4: Emotional mastery. Very few people reach this stage. Here, you remain calm under pressure. You can hold space for others without losing yourself. You choose responses consciously. You don't need to dominate or submit. Emotionally mastered people move differently. They don't argue loudly. They don't explain excessively. They don't react impulsively. Their presence alone regulates the room. Why emotional development is the real power. Here is the truth nobody tells you. Emotionally developed people win long term relationships, lead without force, think clearly under stress, are rarely manipulated, do not beg for attention. They understand control over self is greater than control over others. When you master emotions, fear loses leverage, anger becomes fuel, not poison, pain becomes information, silence becomes strength. This is why emotionally mature people seem quietly dangerous, not aggressive, not loud, just grounded. How to start emotional development? This part is practical. 1. Name your emotions accurately. Not I am angry, are you hurt, disrespected, afraid. 2. Delay reaction. If you feel triggered, pause. Power lives in the pause. 3. Stop outsourcing regulation. Don't expect others to fix your feelings. 4. Observe patterns, not people. Your reactions repeat for a reason. 5. Choose growth over comfort. Emotional maturity is uncomfortable at first, but once built, it becomes unshakable. Emotional development is not about becoming softer, it's about becoming stable, clear, and self led. In a world full of emotional chaos, the calm mind becomes rare, and what's rare becomes powerful. Stay aware, stay disciplined, stay emotionally sovereign. This is AME.X. Thank you, brothers and sisters.
Yeah, check the mindset. Got that self-awareness on 100, I can see the plays. Reading all the feelings in the room, I navigate the haze. They throwing shade, but I don't feel it, that's just pulse control. Untouchable. Building strong connections, yeah, I'm making my own luck. Untouchable. That EQ vision got me feeling untouchable. Untouchable.
If this resonated, you already know what to do. You already know what to do.